What's up, guys? Before we start today's vlog, just want to let you guys know that the crisscross pullovers are back in stock. The burgundy has been out of stock since like December. The black and the charcoal are restocked as well. Limited amounts like usual, so if you guys want one, grab one, furiousapparel.com. Now enjoy the vlog.
What's up, everybody? What is up, Team Furious? Do I have a story for you guys that I could not pass the opportunity to do a story about this. It's just, I don't know how to describe this situation. It's just, I'm just lost for words. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome. Doing a little bit of a webcam recording just because I am in front of my computer and it's just easier to do and funner to do, and my batteries are charging. All right, give me a break. So you guys saw the title, and as soon as I saw this, I was just like, what? Man breaks into a Burger King and drinks gallons of deep frying oil. And they're stating that he drank 25 gallons of used oil from the deep fryers. And you're just thinking, what? Let me go through the story quickly, okay? And then we'll get into the little details of this. The Miami Police Department received a call for a break-in at a Burger King restaurant around 2 a.m. and some officers were on the site in a matter of minutes. Upon arriving at the restaurant, they found 510-pound Romeo Carter chugging down oil directly from the deep fryers. The 41-year-old has already ingested dozens of cooking oil, but was still drinking it with an apparently unquenchable thirst. He was arrested on site and accused of burglary, criminal trespass, theft by unlawful taking, and criminal mischief. Right away, it's like, what I'm thinking is 25 gallons. I mean, looking at his picture, he could probably fit it in his neck, but 25 gallons is an insane amount, okay? When I was doing my, let's finish off the article, and then we'll get into everything. Mr. Carter was released on bail this afternoon, and he briefly met with the Miami Inquirer to explain his ordeal. My wife's put me on a tofu and raw vegetable diet, and I couldn't take it anymore. I waited till she was asleep and went to the restaurant to get a couple burgers, but it was closed. I was starving and depressed, and I totally lost it. Mr. Carter faces a total of 35 years in jail, but he's already offered to pay for all the damages he caused, and Burger King could possibly agree to a settlement and accept to drop the charges. If the charges are maintained, he is expected to appear in court on May 8th. So now we know the whole story. First of all, the biggest thing that boggles my mind in all of this is that they say they claim that he drank 25 gallons of oil. 25 gallons. Now, unless this guy is sitting on the shitter during this whole ordeal and like the oil just keeps flowing through his butt, like to the toilet, I don't think there's any possibility of him actually ingesting 25 gallons of water. That is of oil. Sorry, not water, oil. And I'm trying to understand if this is at all humanly possible, and I don't think it is. So I think they exaggerated that. And just to be capable, I feel, of drinking a gallon of used oil, greasy oil, I think there's a talent in that. I think that's unbelievable. And I'm surprised he didn't instantly get a heart attack or something like that. But judging by his, by the way he looks, it kind of seems like he's had a long life of practice. So the wife, let's get to it. So the wife put him on a tofu and raw vegetable diet. And good for her because the guy is 510 pounds. He does not look good. He has no neck. He does not look good. He is extremely obese. And the wife is simply, looking after him and wants him to live a little bit longer than clearly is projected right now, given his condition. And this happens. I mean, the robbing Burger King and drinking their greased oil, their used oil, that doesn't happen. But what happens is people break their diets because they go too extreme too quick. So Mr. Carter's wife was clearly in the right place here and trying to look after him, trying to feed him a more healthier diet. But it seems like she went way too extreme, way too quickly for him to handle. So if you're, like I've said this before, I've had clients that I've trained and I've written diets for, and if I know for a fact that they've never dieted before, they've never done any kind of extreme dieting or anything that is very strict, I am going to ease them into it. So you don't want to go to eating, a chicken breast, just a little bit of rice and broccoli every single meal, for 8 weeks or 10 weeks or even a longer period of time. This man would probably need a much longer period of time. So you don't just start that if you're used to just eating burgers and pizzas and chips all day, right? You don't just go from one extreme to another, because you simply just won't last on that diet. You're just going to, you're going to lose your shit like this guy did and go and drink gallons and gallons of used oil. And so what I guess the big lesson from all of this is, hey, if you're going to start a diet like that to lose a shitload of weight, you need to be smart about it and ease your way into it. So that means that this guy or this man's wife should have, given him a little bit of cheat meals here and there, a little bit of junk food here and there. And he probably would have lost a shitload of weight if he just had like cheat meals here and there and ate clean the rest of the time. You can't just go straight up clean right away. First of all, your metabolism's probably pretty high as it is. If you're eating, this guy was obviously eating way too many calories and gaining weight, but your metabolism, if you're just eating very, very small amounts of food, your metabolism is going to shrink and you're not going to be able to lose as much weight. So you need to kind of like manipulate the body here and there. So that being said, the wife was clearly thinking right, but she was kind of in the wrong. So this guy's a little bit to blame. The wife's just a little bit to blame. Clearly, the husband was the biggest in the wrong. But could you imagine this? It is like, could you imagine being like on the outside or like looking at the security cameras afterwards? Like, I just, like, you guys are thinking about this right now. A guy goes into a Burger King or wants to go into Burger King, realizes it's closed. He's like, forget this, I'm breaking in, and I'm going to go straight to the deep fryers, and I'm going to start drinking that oil. I feel like there was a lot of possibilities in that time, because by the time the police officers came, he was noted to have already ingested dozens of gallons. Do you guys know how much dozens of gallons is? If you're not in the U.S. and you don't actually understand what a gallon is, 3.6 liters. 3.6 liters. So if we're looking at 25 gallons, we're reaching like 90, almost 100 liters of oil. Like, that is an insane amount of oil. So that guy had to have, like, I don't foresee this guy being able to drink dozens of gallons of oil in a very short period of time. I feel like that would have taken a little bit of time. So if you had the opportunity of being in there for a very long time, why didn't he just pull out some burgers, turn on the grill, and grill up some burgers that he wanted? Why didn't he just do that? He would have been totally fine then. Well, he would have still gotten screwed and everything like that. But right now he's being charged for 35 years in jail. 35 years. But, I mean, I don't know. Would you side with, like, let me know in the comments below. Would you side with Burger King and drop the charges? I feel like this is a story and a half already. And, I mean, oh, man, I can't see this guy lasting too long in jail with, with what he needs on a daily basis. And man, I just don't. I don't know what's gonna happen with this outcome. I'd like to see, and I'd like to see because I feel like if Burger King drops the charges for this burglary and the theft and all this other stuff, they're gonna have to make a public statement. And what's their public statement gonna be? That is good. That is something that I can't wait to read because I think regardless, there's going to be another statement that gets made, but Burger King is going to have to make a statement stating like we're dropping all the charges. This guy was clearly just wanted a burger, and we should have kept our hours open later, or something like that, or like based on this activity, based on this robbery, we are going to now have a 24-hour Burger King, and you guys can have your burgers whenever you want them. I mean, that's the only logical statement that I would see. But other than that, I have no idea what they would say. But so 510-pound, 41-year-old Romeo Carter clearly needs to get on a diet, but not on the extreme diet. It needs to just slowly ease into it to lose that weight. But I could not, like, I saw this story and I was just like, I gotta let my viewers know about it. I gotta let my viewers know about it. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm Furious Pete. The Burgundy pullovers are back in stock. Grab one while you can. And I'll catch you guys later. As always, my friends, you guys stay sexy and stay hungry.